Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and we have a few new behind-the-scenes images of Highlander. Henry Cavill as Connor MacLeod, filming in London. So, there's not a hell of a lot of them, there's like 2 or 3 of them. What's funny is people have started to change who he is in the images, because one of the images is him standing there in the trench coat and stuff, looking up. And naturally, what did people start doing? They swapped him as Connor MacLeod for Superman. So that type of stuff has been happening. But there's a bit of an article breaking down the images as well. So we'll have a look at that. So it's saying, with Superman and Geralt of Rivia now in his rear view, there's a lot of excitement to see Henry Cavill take on Connor MacLeod in John Wick director Chad Stahelski's long-awaited Highlander reboot. Those of you familiar with the franchise will know that it explores Connor's centuries-old feud with his fellow powerful immortals. The first Highlander movie followed them in a battle to the death to absorb the other's powers. In the end, there can be only one. Thanks to X account Unboxed PhD, we have more photos from the set in London, this time showing Henry Cavill in a black trench coat. That's likely a nod to Christopher Lambert's interpretation of the character and what he wore in a bid to keep a low profile, the main difference being the colour. I'd just like to point out, that's not why he wore a trench coat in the original movies or the TV series, because he had the trench coats in the TV series as well. It was to, get this, hide his sword. It wasn't to keep a low profile, it was to hide the sword. So I think that's funny. It's like, yeah, people familiar with the show know this and that and blah blah blah. And it's like, you think he wore a trench coat to keep a low profile? Okay. So interestingly, a small scar can be seen on Cavill's cheek. Immortals typically completely heal from any wound that doesn't involve their heads being cut off. So perhaps Connor is in the process of recovering from a recent oblique decapitation-free battle. We caught a glimpse of one of those in February when Dave Bautista was spotted on set as the villainous Kurgan. Shooting was delayed due to an injury sustained by Cavill last year, but work has been ongoing for months. A rumoured plot synopsis for Highlander first surfaced last year, suggesting that this movie will remain true to the premise of the 1986 original. So we'll have a look at the images, which of course you've been seeing. I wonder, they're saying about the scar, maybe he's in the process of healing. I wonder if he got that before becoming immortal. There is that possibility that he's had that before becoming immortal. Because that's the thing, Connor MacLeod, I'm pretty sure he wasn't always a immortal. He was pretty much absorbed that power when the Kurgan killed him. So, in the original, anyway. And killed him, not like decapitating him, he stabbed him. But yeah, you can get like a pretty good look at Cavill here. And again, the thing which I'm curious about is the hair. I've spoken about this, that when he got injured and he was doing the workout photos and video and stuff, he had longer hair, which obviously would play into the more in the past version. But it's the fact that he did actually grow his hair and now his hair is shorter. So it's like, what time period does he cut the hair, and what parts did they film with the longer hair and stuff? It's something simple, but it also makes me curious as to, like, is his hair, because it wasn't like super long, but it was long and it was like just above shoulder length. And it was kind of like, is that meant to be from the past, or is that for like the modern take? And at what point does the hair get shorter? Because as you can see in these photos, his hair is shorter. Now, they said he has a scar on his cheek, but if you actually see the photo whenever it's through here, it'll be popping up here and there throughout the video. He's actually got the scar. It's almost like a double scar on his cheek, but there's also like 1 or 2 just next to his ear. So if you look under his sideburn, you can see there's another scar. It's almost like an L-shaped scar, and then there's a slight one under that as well. So clearly he was getting these possibly before becoming immortal, or this is him while healing after he battled. So it looks more like he's had those scars for a long time, as opposed to they're just kind of healing. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. The look for this version, I like the look. You know, the black t-shirt, some sort of hoodie. It's like a military green hoodie. He's got, like, I don't know if they're grey or black. They look grey. Trousers, the boots, and the black trench coat. So it is a good look as a Highlander. Curious as to what the other looks would be for like the past and stuff. Question is, put a sword in his hand. Give me a 1 in 6 scale figure from Hot Toys. Hell yeah, baby. Let's go. Don't know about Dave Bautista's Kurgan. You know, he's still kind of like don't know about him. Not 100% sold on him being a Kurgan. But it's going to be an interesting movie. And you can see, I don't know whether these people in the background, when you see the one where he's looking up what people have been swapping out for him being Superman, whether they're extras or whether they're just, you know, people being held offset. There doesn't seem to be barriers or anything, so I'm assuming they're possibly extras. Which, if that's the case, like, why is there one dude kind of looking back smiling and everyone else kind of just looking? Don't know. But of course, this is being filmed out in the streets of London, so yeah, you're going to be able to get these type of images. I wonder when exactly they will release the first official image. You know, like James Gunn did with Superman, although that wasn't the best image to go with. What will the first kind of official image be for this movie? And I can't remember the release date for it. It was meant to come out this year, but then he got injured. So yeah, it's expected to be released in 2027. So I'm curious as to when in 2027. I'm pretty sure it was meant to be released later this year until Cavill destroyed his ankle. So it'll be curious if it's that long, you know, if it's been pushed that far back. When would we expect to see, obviously not a trailer or a teaser trailer or anything like that, but a first official image? You know, that could be interesting to start getting some hype. Obviously they're still filming it and stuff, but at the same time, with especially images this clear, I think it's only a matter of time before they kind of go, let's release an official image kind of highlighting who this guy will be and what to expect from the movie. But I'm looking forward to it. I like the original movie, fantastic. Second movie, absolute pile of dog shit. Third movie, you can have fun with it, but it's not a good movie. And all the rest of the movies are like, hit and miss. The TV series, I really enjoyed the TV series. Then they tried to move him into the movies and that didn't work either. But this movie, I'm looking forward to it. And of course, we know for a fact that if it does well, they will move forward with more. But what do you guys think of these new images? And what do you think about the idea of the scar? Do you think we are seeing him in the process of healing? Or do you think he got them while he was, you know, before he was immortal? And what do you think about the movie? And he, like me, put the sword in his hand in this look. Would you get a 1 in 6 Hot Toys figure of that? Let me know what you think. And with that, I shall leave it there for this one. So do like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. Cheers. And I shall catch you in the next one.